Welcome to Design Domination, where you'll learn to become a better, more business-savvy designer so you can dominate your competition. Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Colleen Grotzer, and in this episode of Design Domination, I'm getting into how to get good testimonials from clients. Stick around to get some tips for what to ask and how to ask for a testimonial, where to put them, and how you can get a competitive edge over other designers with them. First, let's get into why testimonials are even important. Well, according to a study by Nielsen, 92% of consumers say they trust word of mouth or recommendations above all other forms of advertising. I mean, when you toot your own horn, that's one-sided. When others do it, though, it's actually great marketing for you. Testimonials are social proof from someone else who's already experienced working with you. If someone's never worked with you before, they might be wondering, is this designer reliable and responsive? Will this designer take my money and run? Is their work worth the money? Are they as good as their website makes them appear? Few people want to be the first, the guinea pig. There's just too much unknown. So testimonials put prospects at ease by establishing credibility and trust. When it's you against another designer, good testimonials can give you a huge edge. Now, you want testimonials, but you want good ones. Good testimonials are made up of several things: specifics, results, and authenticity. If you don't give a client guidance, you might get something generic. For example, I loved working with Colleen doesn't say much. What about it did they love? Did they love the quality of the work? Did they love how fast I was able to complete the project? Did they love the price? Did they love my process? So the more details you have, the more a prospect might be able to alleviate their concerns. Like, oh, good, that testimonial said this designer is reliable. That was one of my concerns. Now I know I don't have to worry about that. Or maybe the testimonial includes specifics about the results. If a prospect is trying to figure out which designer to hire, you or another designer, and your testimonials talk about results and theirs talk about how pretty a design is, well, which do you think the client will go for? Clients only care about what the work will do for them. So results, when you're able to get that information from a client, hold a ton of value. Okay, so now when should you ask for a testimonial? Well, if the client did not have a good experience working with you, I would not recommend asking for a testimonial. They might feel put on the spot because they might not want to give you one. And if they go ahead and give you one anyway, it might not sound genuine because they really weren't happy. But when a client is super happy about your work, that's the time to either get a testimonial or ask if you can use what they just said and then stick it on your website. It's also good to follow up later to find out about the results of your work and get some data if you can. For example, for one of my clients, my design work helped them get a 75% increase in RSVPs for their event, a 65% increase in attendance at that event, and an 80% increase in revenue. That's huge. That's what clients care about. Now you might say, but Colleen, I couldn't possibly take responsibility for those results. I get it. The client's marketing efforts and their messaging play an important role too. But your design work plays a part for sure. So that's why if I'm writing about the results myself, I use phrases like contributed to or helped achieve. Now, when you go to ask for a testimonial, don't just go ask for a testimonial. First, you want to make it super easy, and you want to set them up for success in giving you a good testimonial and constructive feedback. You want to make it as little work as possible. You also want to give them a template or guidelines. Again, so they don't say something generic. For instance, you could create a testimonial or feedback form that you send them to after they pay the final invoice. If you're using WordPress, you can use Caldera Forms, Contact Form 7, Gravity Forms, or another plugin to do this. If you don't want to mess with forms or you're not using WordPress, you can use an external form service such as Google Forms, Typeform, or SurveyMonkey. I have a page on my site with a form, and when I send the final invoice through my project management system, I can check a box and have that link to the form with a canned email sent to them. Then they can fill out the form, which also provides a link to my business Google reviews page, so they could leave the review there if they wish. And I ask them, why did you choose Grotzer Graphics? What was your experience like working with us? How are we different? What could we have done better? Would you recommend us to a colleague? Anything you would like to rant or rave about? And then, may we use your comments with your name in a testimonial on our website and in marketing materials? This not only gives you a testimonial, but it can give you insightful feedback about your process and your work. It sometimes can tell you where you might need to improve. For instance, say someone raves about your low rates. Unless you want to be known for low rates, you might want to rethink your rates for future clients. You could also email them with a canned, meaning pre-written, email script. And you can create canned responses in Gmail, or you can just save a draft email that you copy from as needed. Typically, what you want to say is something like, "Hey, so-and-so, it was great working with you on this project. I was wondering if you'd be willing to write a testimonial about your experience working with me. I'd be happy to offer a link back to your site as well." It's vital to also get permission before posting a testimonial somewhere. So you want to ask for permission and how they would prefer their name to appear. Maybe they aren't comfortable with using their full name. If not, ask if you can use their first name with the first letter of their last name. It's great if they'll allow you to use their full name and company. It's better if they will allow you to use that along with a pic. That adds more authenticity to the testimonial. If you can get a video, that's top notch. Someone not only took time to give a testimonial, but they took time out of their busy day to make a video about it. So videos carry a lot of weight. If you have them fill out a testimonial form, you could set up a field asking them right then for permission instead of going back to them later when they might be distracted by something else or too busy. A field for how they'd like their name to appear. And another field that allows them to upload a pic or video right there. Now, when it comes to where to put client testimonials, it's really good to sprinkle them throughout your website, on your homepage and other pages. Also, put ones that correspond to certain projects on those pages. And make them stand out. Style them differently so they get noticed on those pages. It's good to also have a testimonials page where they're all together. So if someone is specifically looking for them, they're all in one place. They won't have to go search around the site for them. Not only that, but you don't know which page they might land on first on your site and which pages they may even visit while there. It's also a good idea to create a social media post with a testimonial, as well as include it in your email newsletters if you're sending one out. You can also ask clients to leave a review on Google, your Facebook business page, and other places where they'll be highly visible. The great thing about having them in a Google review is that it can result in more click-throughs to your website if they find you that way. If you've got more positive reviews than another designer, then they might visit your website first, if they visit the other site at all. Just be sure to provide them the links to the pages that you want the review left on. And speaking of testimonials, recently in the Design Domination Facebook group, I asked the design dominators what nice things clients have said about them. There were so many wonderful comments. Join the group to get in on that and other creative business conversations. Are you looking to gain confidence, clarity, and a competitive edge in a crowded marketplace? I offer mentoring, resources, digital products, and courses, including accessibility for designers and web developers, that will empower you to be the design hero, not another order taker. Find them at creative-boost.com and come and connect with me and other design dominators in the Design Domination Facebook group.